Hey guys, I'm back. This is the full tour of Cyan City, part 1. No idea why I just punched that horse. Also, if I cough or sniffle or anything, I am still just getting over my cold that I had last week. So, along the shore of Cyan City, we have the coast, and then this is where you would either drive straight in or get your tourist tickets. And then you go along this path by this bridge, you'll see the statue mascot, which is just a thing I started building a long time ago, but I never finished. And then if we go even further down the path, we come across my old house, which we're going to get a full tour of. So first we enter the mudroom with 2 tables and a chair. And then straight through is the main area with the hallway. I keep closing the door on myself. And it's really laggy, so I fix that later. So this first room is the living room with the little sofa, the TV stand, a little potted plant, a love seat. And then on the opposite side is the downstairs bathroom. Here, this is when I fix the lag, okay? That's done. This room is the kitchen with sink, bookshelf, counter space, barrels, or cabinets, whatever you want to call them. A bell, which I don't know why it's not letting me ring. I think I learned my lesson, though. You have to ring it the other side. Okay, there we go. It's on mute, though, so you can't hear it. Yeah, we already saw the cabinets. That's the fridge with more counter space, and then there's a little table on either side. And then this is outside, but we're going to explore that more later. And then, once again, on the opposite side, this is more like just the changing room, closet area. Not too much goes on in here. Oh, and then here is like a library kind of area where we have like books and stuff. And then we have the stairs. And if we go up the stairs, we end up on the patio. It's actually nighttime right now. But there's 2 tables and 2 chairs. And you get a good, nice view of everything outside. And then if you go through this door, you enter the main area of the upstairs, which, starting over here, this is the upstairs bathroom. And then over here, this is my aunt's room with her bed, her nightstand, a big open space for her to do her stuff, lamp. And then right next door, this is my room with my bunk bed, desk, toy chest, lamp, I don't know, more toy storage. Oh, my lamp, yes, I already acknowledged that. I love that lamp, though. And then over here next door to my bedroom, we have the pet room with a cat tree, some pet toys, mats for both of my pets, a little grooming and bathing area for them, or hiding spots, whatever they want to do in there. And then over here, on the other side, we enter my mom's bathroom, also known as the master bathroom, with a bathtub for the first time. And then this big, long hallway leads to my mom's room, aka the master bedroom, which for some reason is smaller than all of the other ones. But whatever, it's fine. So this is the king-size bed with my mom's vanity and nightstand and potted plants. I think every room in this house has a potted plant, except maybe my aunt's room. Now that we're done giving a tour of the inside of my house, we're gonna head outside. Okay, but it's actually night right now, so we're just gonna magically bippity boppity whatever, and it's day. How did I do that? Editing. The power of editing. Okay, so we have these tables with lanterns, And then we have a big pool, shallow end, deep end. You go swimming to the shallow end or deep end, whichever you prefer. I prefer the shallow end because you kind of drown your character. Anyway, then there's a diving board, and it's kind of far, but if you want to, you land directly into the pool. And then we have these candles based on the colors of the people in my family. These tanning beds, more tanning beds, stupid alpaca. This lamp that I was obsessing over in the original clip. More tanning beds, more nightstands with lamps on them. Okay, just give me a minute for this stupid alpaca. Stupid alpaca. Okay. Then there's an entire array of potted plants right there. And then on the other side, there is a big, massive garden with potted plants galore, bamboo, lily pads, a bull. I don't know why that's there. But the best part is the water slide. Woo! Don't go too far though, because there is a really big ravine underneath the water slide, which might cause death. Or death. Not again. Okay, this is the botanical garden, which I did not build. This is the only thing in this world I didn't build. My mom actually built this. One night, like 2-3 years ago when I was, I don't know. It was several years ago. She was just building this for me for fun. So over there, what you just saw, that was the lounge snack area. And then down here, there's this big pond full of axolotls and luscious plants. And then there's this big staircase right here. And on top, you get a really good view of the lake. And then there's a little waterfall that comes out. There's also horses down here for some reason. More lounge areas. And then if you just go around down that path, you're already out. So we're going to go around. And after this, we're going to explore the next part of town, the outskirts, which has some of the more survival kind of builds just for fun. And then there's some of the more modern builds, like this one. This is a survival oak house with a little mini pool, a mini farm back here. And then on this first floor, we have some barrels, some crafting table, some furnaces. And then there's a second floor with more stuff. So on the second floor right here, we have a double bed, more barrels, some armor, random tables, fleshered table, whatever they're called, all sorts of random stuff. A little mini indoor garden with a painting. So that was the Oaks survival house. This one was more of an experiment. This is a house made out of furnaces. Well, I said it was made out of furnaces, but the bottom is. The rest is just glass, which kind of gives me the ick with the shader I have. Like, why is it so clear? Okay, so there's a bed, a furnace, a chest, a nightstand. No crafting table in here. Why? I don't get it. Then on the side, we have a farm with potatoes, beetroot, and carrots. And then I spent forever looking for the door on this one, because it's on the other side. So this is the spruce survival house with a greenhouse. So the door is actually on the back of the house. Well, I think maybe I just built it backwards. But if you go down this hall, we go into the greenhouse with all sorts of different crops and plants. And then on the bottom floor, we have barrels, all sorts of random tables, armor, similar stuff to the other houses. It's getting laggy again. So it's actually Cousin Nice Steve's lava chicken that you saw. There was so many chickens in there, it was getting laggy. Okay, anyway, upstairs we have furnaces, chests, and a patio, which I loved because it has, like, these flower pots with, like, acacia trees, oak trees, spruce trees, which do exist in real life, yes. Okay, the thing that just really bothers me is I literally hit the door and I didn't even see, okay? That just bothers me. Okay, this is the oak ploke house with crafting table, furnace, bed, and chest. All the necessities, which is like basic survival necessities. And then upstairs, there's just a little miniature farm. So that's the oak ploke house in a nutshell. Well, that's the whole thing in a nutshell. Basic survival necessities. And I almost forgot about this, the modern house area. This house has a big library on one wall. And then on the other side, there's a bed, a brewing area, armor. So it doesn't have that many survival uses, but it's more for fun. And then there's another house, which is probably one of my favorites, this one. This house has like an entire like tanning and pool setup area with this really long, massive pool. And then if you come over here, there's these stairs that lead to this little upstairs chill room, which is just there's not much going on. It's just a lamp and a table. Lamp, table, lamp, okay, you got it. And then downstairs, we walk into some storage, a little kitchen area, which is over here. With the little island, table, shulker boxes, which are supposed to act as cabinets, a bird cage, I have no idea what happened to the bird, this big screen TV, and then this, up these stairs is what you just saw. Up these stairs, this, yeah, that's what's up there. So that's it for this house, and we're moving on to our final house that we're going to get a tour of. This is another oak survival house made out of oak planks and glass. So first off, the floor is a checkerboard pattern with chest, bed, barrels, crafting table, furnace, armor, survival necessities, is the same as all the others. So all these oak and spruce survival houses are all pretty much the same thing. Mini farm, this one has it underground though. They have like a mini farm, bed, chest, barrel. I don't know why they all have barrels though. Like not everyone has access to a barrel, like that's a thing. Yeah, everyone can make a barrel, pretty sure. In Minecraft, not in real life. But anyway, this tour is coming to an end. We're going to stop it here because this is starting to get really long. So we're actually going to have to break this down because this world is so big, we might have to make this into 3 parts or maybe even 4 parts, which I will be making next week and the week after. I'll just make it every week until I'm done. So I'm really hoping that you guys are going to enjoy getting to see one of my favorite Minecraft worlds. There is just so much to this. I've put so much work into it. It's probably 4 years old now, maybe. But anyway, we're going to end where we left off, or started, I guess. Back at the little ticket booth area. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, you can smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys next time for part 2. Bye! See y'all later.